Boys, it's everyone's favourite time, man. It's the international break.
Wow.
I can't wait. Every time international break comes around, I'm excited. It's the best time of football, in my opinion. We're watching the Azzurri, watching the Three Lions. We're watching...
Somalia?
You lot lost to Mauritania.
We got robbed though. We got robbed.
Guinea.
No, Mauritania.
It was Guinea.
You played Guinea.
It was Guinea, brother.
Really?
Say what?
Bro, how are you trying to fact check me?
You lot are arse though, man.
No, we got robbed.
A goal disallowed.
For no reason.
Why?
Basically, we scored.
Yeah.
Right? But the ref pulled it back for a free kick on a foul. That was our foul, so a free kick for Somalia. But the ball went in the net. So where's the advantage?
Oh, so he didn't give you advantage?
Yeah. No. He let the ball go in the net and then called it back for a foul.
Try. Can I ask you a question?
No.
If you won that game, what does it change?
For me, we could be in the World Cup.
Right,
we could be in the World Cup.
When I saw Botswana play a keeper who had a belly bigger than mine and they popped you, I said,
Botswana game one of the greatest. But can I tell you the scorers of yesterday? So Garassi, come on, he played.
Oh no, that's big drip. Yeah, big drip.
The third goal was from Kamara.
What player?
The second goal was an own goal from a Somali player.
Fairs.
You know how they usually put like the first name and then dot last name?
Yeah.
This name is F.B.A.B.B.
They guessed.
No, literally, bro, look at it. F.B.A.B.
initials.
Yeah.
No, this is a drill rapper.
No, Farid, Bilal, Abdel.
I think his name is Farah, Bashir, Ali, Bashir, Bilal, Umar.
And then it ends with Umar.
Yeah.
Own goal.
They need to free Saka Sam, man. Why was he not there?
Yeah.
He should be playing.
No, it's a conversation that needs to be had, man.
Yeah.
It's a conversation for the podcast.
Peak, Saka Sam
or Robin.
Or whoever's there, bro.
Yeah.
Abdi, bro.
Abdi, no, I hear it. No, I was going to say that no one says that. No one says international break is here, can't wait, blah, bless them. Because no one cares about the international break because international football is dead. So I thought, let's get together and let's talk about the Premier League. Yeah? During international football, let's talk about the Premier League. Only 3 weeks in to the Premier League. But I think there's enough teachings and enough learnings that we can take and we can debate and we can discuss. What have we learned from the Premier League so far this season, but also might have carried on from a bit last season? So everyone's going to have some statements prepared. I've got a few statements and we're just going to discuss them and have a nice healthy discussion because what I realised is, especially from the Amrim debate as well, yes, it was a debate, but it was a healthy debate. Yeah. You know, I heard your opinions, I heard mine. That might change today because we've got Shoaib. And Shoaib doesn't like healthy debates. For him, it's just all out war. Yeah. I don't know why. So hopefully he can retain himself and hopefully he can restrict himself and we just have a good solid debate because when Luca was here we had a good debate. So let's get some order.
When he was here.
That's what I'm saying. Let's get some order.
He didn't even come up.
I prefer not to speak. Wallahi, I prefer not to speak. But obviously I've already introduced them in some sense. But across me, we've got the most Italian man to ever touch London.
I know, second.
Second one, yeah. Number one.
Number one, you're
I think you should get the number one on the podcast.
Genuinely, I need him on. Because born here but has an Italian accent.
We need to give them context on who this guy is.
No, you know what? Let's build him up and eventually
we'll show. He had a little feature though.
He had a little feature.
Words were said.
Yeah, and by the way, on the way home, he said these guys don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, man. I promise you, this guy, when you meet him, he is genuinely the best podcast creator.
Yeah.
That's about to be.
And he's not even a creator.
He's not a creator.
He said this is his studio too as well.
He said, how can a man say, I paid for the studio?
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, I met him the other day.
We met him the other day.
Yeah, no, unreal. But anyways,
enough about him.
A friend of that man is Luca.
Thank you guys for having me on again. Glad to be back.
And if you guys don't know, Luca also shares this space with us because Luca has a show himself, has a podcast himself. Luca, do you want to plug it, please?
If you give me permission,
please.
I thought he said no.
Appreciate it.
I don't want to do it. Don't watch that shit.
Thank you. Well, not to your view. No. It's called The Culture Show. So.
Oh, what a surprise!
Italian football, of course. So, unlike these guys that aren't very interested in talking about international football, we had to.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the Azzurri played yesterday. Luckily, we won.
Forza Azzurri.
Forza Azzurri, sempre.
Who's the coach?
Gattuso.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I'm looking forward to the post-match interview.
Well, I was going to say, were you happy when he got appointed?
I think out of the options that were available, he was the best possible one. I wanted Ancelotti though before he went to the Seleção. That would have been a dream. Every Italian wanted that.
Do you know who wasn't happy about Gattuso's appointment?
Who?
Franco Lacazette.
No, till now he curses Gattuso all that.
You know
Till now.
That's got
Shaib don't know him, man.
No, I've seen the clip when he's interviewing it. Yeah, I've seen that.
Fragolakis is Skalakis. Nah, he's unbelievable. I need to find him. I need to find that player.
It's Fragolakis and Daskalakis.
Nah, I need to find him.
Imagine
signing him on FIFA.
Matthew and Gattuso having a conversation.
Oh, that's peak YouTube.
Yeah.
That's Joe Rogan experience.
See that happening.
So.
Yeah,
Need
that's
to organise that somehow.
Nah,
If they were on a substance too.
Yeah.
Like Joe Rogan show.
Yeah.
And then next to Luca, we've got a man who claims his country invented pasta. We've
Not
got
true.
Shoaib. Shoaib, explain yourself.
Listen, man, we made Italy. Somalia made Italy. Whatever they have is ours. Okay.
I'm not even going to comment.
he's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me banana and pasta don't work. Come on, banana and pasta works.
No, it doesn't, man.
You've not tried it.
You're just a stubborn man.
I've never
Luca, I tried
in
it.
my
He's
life.
just a stubborn man.
I tried it.
It doesn't
As
work.
someone who was very skeptical, I
Where
tried
did
it.
you try it?
I tried it from Hanid.
No. What?
Hanid,
sorry.
yeah.
Where? Where did you try
In your yard.
Yeah,
In his yard. But
What?
you didn't make it though. You got it delivered.
It works, right? It works.
It works better than you think.
Yeah.
What,
I would-
banana and pasta.
I wouldn't say now if I have pasta, I need a banana. I'm not gonna go out my way to get a banana just for the pasta because it elevates my
Bro,
experience.
in my life, I'd rather eat pasta with Nutella.
Can I be real with you? Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you wouldn't need it.
You do.
Itching.
Yeah, I know.
said,
I've
yo,
seen him.
I have a banana.
Yeah, I've seen
I
him.
need to go
He's
shop.
back on off rice. He's like, I need a
Bro,
banana.
I need it, bro.
You need to go therapy. That's what you need.
Nah, bro. Listen, I'll change your life one day. I'll change your life. Don't
Come
worry.
to my- pasta and
How
banana.
about this? Come to my house soon. I'll
Oh,
treat
come,
you
but
next
I'll
time.
have, what else is Somali food? Lamb shank is okay.
Yeah, but you need to have the lamb shank with
With
something.
the banana
Yeah, I'll have it with rice.
and the
Or
banana
peas or something.
and
Do
the
you-
banana.
Do you
Right,
think-
we're not Jamaican bomber club.
I don't know, sweet corn. Something else.
Do you think Italian cuisine is the best cuisine in the world?
Of course.
Hell no.
What's better? Don't say Mali food. Because
No, I'll take ours out.
Lebanese is up there.
Peak for
Lebanese
peak.
is okay.
Peak for peak. Italian food is struggling for top 5 for me.
It's not even top 5, yeah, for
What do
me.
you mean top 4?
It's not even top
What do you
5.
mean?
I don't think it's top 5 for me.
Conversation needs to be had.
What's
Luca, man.
over? What do you mean?
He's offended.
He can't even speak
He
English.
just, Lucas, he just assumes that name 5. You want me to name 5 cuisines?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, of
Cool.
course.
Better than Italian.
Yeah, I won't name Somali.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That's fair. That's
obviously,
fair.
you can't name that. What the fuck you mean? I won't name. It's like, oh, I won't name Messi in the Golden Boot. What are you on about?
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Turkish food?
Okay.
That's above Italian for me.
Okay.
Even Kenan Yildiz wouldn't say that, but fine.
Lebanese food?
Yeah.
Same thing.
I don't want to say
No,
it.
it's not the same.
It's the same
It's
thing,
not
bro.
the
I don't want to say it.
Spices are different.
Okay,
Same
fine.
thing, bro.
Spices are different.
Is Somali and Ethiopian food same thing?
Absolutely not.
Okay then. So you chill out.
Sorry, boss.
Yeah.
So, I put Desi food.
Oh, he just chose a whole region.
Yeah, so like
He's never been.
Pakistani,
No,
Indian.
no way, man.
Yeah.
No way.
He's offended. He's like, what?
He can't believe it.
I love Luca, man.
Isn't it, man? Defend this one.
Yeah. And then?
I put American up there.
Cut the mic, man.
That processed food.
You say
Yeah,
what? You
cut the
say
mic,
I need a
man.
podcast license.
No,
processed food.
yeah, they need to put license on equipment, man. Come on, man. American
What?
food's crazy.
All right.
All right, let's get back to the
I've
Premier
said
League.
4, but okay.
Big up Italy, though, man.
Big up Italy.
Yeah, thank you,
Big
man.
up Somalia. Big up everyone, man.
Yeah, big up everyone.
Big up everyone.
Big up
Except
pasta most.
there's one country we don't big up, but that's fine.
What, Lebanon?
Whoa.
Regardless,
There's one
though,
country that really don't belong.
boys, Premier League
Yeah, sorry.
teachings, learnings. What have we taken so far? I'm gonna start
Yeah, please.
because I love it when I love karma, and I love when you know that argument. Don't that quote. Don't argue with an Arsenal fan. Just wait, because I remember the way I was defending myself after that first game of the season. Yeah, but we played well, but we played decent, but we nullified you, but we this, but win please. That was the thing, right?
Yeah.
You guys didn't win. Carbon, copy, paste, maybe even not even as good as an impressive of a performance that we put up at Old Trafford. You guys went to Anfield and you played okay. And Arsenal fans are doing this copium thing now. We're like, yeah, but we went to Anfield. We went to Anfield and we played okay. Like blah blah blah. We took the game to them a little bit and we nullified them, but you lost. And then at the end of the day, you're in a title race. They are the champions. You want to knock them off their perch. You're trying to prove yourself. You're second. You're trying to become first. And it didn't happen. So I want the Arsenal fans to explain. Were you happy? That's question number 1. Do you regret talking like that about United fans? Question number 2. And question number 3, Arteta. It's time to speak, man.
What?
Because I think he went there and he tried everything in his power to get a draw. And that's not a manager of a champions team. Shaib.
I'm confused right now. Where did you see this? Arsenal fans were happy and saying,
I watched a few podcasts.
Because from what I saw and from what I know and from what I think, that was not my mentality going out. Like after that game, in terms of, you know how after Old Trafford, right, when we played United, that was the biggest win for them ever. You know, we went there, we played them, we lost, but we played well, right? After that game, I was upset. After the Liverpool game, I was upset. So you can't compare the two situations. For United, it was we won because we played better, but we still lost. So it was the weirdest thing ever. For me, I was upset from before the game even started. The lineup, how we went into the game, and how it felt like against Liverpool we weren't trying to win. So I do agree with the fact that maybe Arteta was just looking for a draw, but at the same time, I understand why he played Merino, like especially starting him, because one, you don't want to start Eze off the bat. I do understand that, right? And I think
I do and I don't.
No, of course, but like usually, like a new signing doesn't usually start their first game after a couple of training sessions. Usually, that's the general thing that happens, right? And with Ethan Noweri, Arteta doesn't rate his out of possession work in terms of his pressing, in terms of his physicality and whatnot, right? So obviously you've lost Odegaard. He doesn't rate
that. By the way, that explains everything to me as well. The fact that he's focused more on that side of things than the game winning.
No, 100%. That was like my little way up. It was like I understand it, but I'm still like I still would have started Ethan.
Yeah.
But it's like when you look at the options, cool. You're not going to start Eze off the bat. One, you can't start Odegaard because he's coming from an injury, shoulder thing, whatever. So it's either Merino or Ethan, right? And my thought process of what he was thinking was, cool, he's going to start Merino, and then maybe 50 minutes in, Ethan comes on, or Eze comes on, right? But I think he waited until nearly the 70th minute to make that change. When we look at it, like the whole game in general, Liverpool weren't really trying to play as well. If that make, like, everyone's leaving that game saying, oh, Arsenal weren't trying to play, Arsenal weren't trying to attack. Were Liverpool really trying to do that as well? Did you really see anything from Liverpool where it looked like they were exciting, they were hungry to win, especially in that first half where we played better than them, right? And even though it was like it was a nothing game, the second half, yes, I do agree, they amped it up, they tried, they were fizzing the ball through the middle a lot more. That Van Dijk pass to Szoboszlai that ended up in was it to Szoboszlai or to whoever it was to get the free kick, and then Szoboszlai scored or whatever. It's like they were trying, but the first half, I think both teams weren't trying to win.
No, I agree.
And I got something, right? Let's say Declan Rice scores a free kick in the 85th minute and we win.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway from that? Like, we're going off like a moment in the game. Yeah. Let's say Declan Rice scores that Arteta masterclass. The guy came in to do an incredible job. Yeah,
it's a snatch and grab. It's a typical away performance where.
Yeah, but
okay, maybe not snatch and grab, but it's a typical away performance where you go up, you go to their ground, you try and kind of like nullify them, and you're hoping that you get a chance, and that's what he did. He did that because every time, I can guarantee his game plan was go there, nullify them, and try win corners. I think your game plan was trying to win corners because you had a ton of corners. None of them landed. Liverpool defended your corners really well. And it's like when you guys don't have a corner, you run out of ideas, because I saw another stat. Bro, in non-set piece goals or XG or non-set piece XG, you're one of the lowest in the league. That's concerning, bro.
It doesn't worry me as much as
even against Leeds, bro. How many goals did you score?
We scored five.
No, how many goals did you score from corners? Two goals from corners.
And a penalty.
And a penalty. Come on, bro.
And a penalty.
Like, it's not.
My thing is this, right?
It's not convincing.
No. I hear that. But my thing is, we've had to go to Old Trafford, which still to this day is the biggest, one of the biggest grounds in the UK or England. Like, it's hard to get a result there.
Agreed.
Even before, like, it took us up until 2024 to get our first win there. In with fans in God knows how long, and you guys have been dead for like 12 years, right?
Correct.
So that's one. We go to Leeds. I think that's just a very comprehensive win. They literally did nothing.
No, I know.
Yeah. We go to Liverpool. Okay, we didn't win. Fine. We lost. Pep Guardiola has one win at Anfield since he came to this country.
Yeah.
What's
your record at Anfield before this game?
No, it's been bad too. And look,
no, but it hasn't been bad.
No, I think we drew twice.
Okay, but how many undefeated against the Big Six and how many
I think
games?
it's like 23 games.
So you're undefeated against the Big Six in that many games.
Yeah.
You've improved in the summer, and your manager has still not gone to that game thinking, okay, now is our chance to show our guns, to go and take it to the opposition. It's like, what is the evolution? That's what I want to know. What's the end goal? Because you're signing players, you're going to these games, and then you're playing that card again of like, oh yeah, but I'm not saying this about you, but I'm just saying Arsenal fans in general. Oh yeah, but it's a tough way to go. But bro, that's why you're evolving as a team, and that's why you're signing these players, so that it makes that job a bit easier, no?
Okay.
That's the end goal.
I'll let Luca.
To be honest, man, I think I agree with Shoaib because he was saying, I think the midfield is a little bit naive that he picked. Marino, Zubamendi and Rice. There's not much creativity there. It was it's a bit stale, it's a bit stiff. But at the same time, Eze just came in. Managers don't typically play their new signings in the very first game. But he had seen him in training. He had already played for Crystal Palace in the first few matches, and he played in the Community Shield very well. So I personally would have played Eze. Or at least had an Ethan in there, yeah.
Can I add to that? I agree. You don't play the first game. You don't usually play the first game. Yeah. When they're young, when they're very young, so they're not an experienced 27-year-old who's played in the Premier League for a few years, and when it's not an urgent game where like you really need a game changer. He's experienced, and you're going to Anfield. This is a 6 point, and you kind of need to play.
And he already played with Palace as well, so he had minutes under his belt this season already. So I thought that was a little bit of a strange decision. But look, as you said, it's not an easy place to go, Anfield. For me, it was like if Arsenal were to win there, that put them as the favourites for the league title. Yeah. In my opinion, this season, that would have been a massive, massive statement. I think it's unfair to say he went there just to play for a draw to get the point. I think that's that's a little bit unfair. They weren't incredible that game, Arsenal. But at the same time, it's not an easy place to go to pick up 3 points. Not many teams can do that. But in general, in Arteta, for me, he's a bit of a Mickey Mouse manager, to be honest.
Mickey Mouse. I love that. Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
He is a bit, man. Let's be honest. He likes to play around. He tries to like all this philosophy like Pep. By the end of the day, he's won nothing relevant since coming to Arsenal. He hasn't won a major trophy since 2020 with one of the worst Arsenal teams I've seen. And since then, he's only improved. He's got every player he's wanted. He spent over $1 billion. For me personally, I don't think Arteta's going to be the man that's going to win them the league or the Champions League. Yeah. And as a big club, which Arsenal are, those are only 2 relevant trophies that every top club really focuses on at the start of the season. Everything else is that added bonus. So for me, Arteta's not the man that will take Arsenal over the line, in my opinion.
And I thought the same, but I said, you know what? I always said it before going into the summer. I always felt like this is the summer you lot are really going to back him. You're going to throw basically the... yeah, you nearly heard it.
I did hear it.
You heard it.
You're going to back him?
Yeah. You're going to back him.
I saw the TikTok.
You're going to throw like the war chest at him and say, listen, whoever you want, backup, signings, bro, come on. You've signed...
The squad is too strong.
You've signed incredible players as backups, yeah? Great players. Mosquera, he's such a good player and he's backup. Yeah. So you've got no excuse. And for me, it's like a mentality change of, okay, now you've got your players. Now you've got 5 years under your belt, whatever it is.
No excuse now.
Now go and show me you want to win. Show me you're a champion winning. Like you got that mentality. Like, bro, I've seen Fergie do it. I've seen Pep do it. I've seen Mourinho do it, where they think in their heads, they deserve to be here. For Arteta, it feels like he still feels like Arsenal don't deserve to be here. It seems like he still thinks you're the underdog. You're going to go away. You're going to snatch maybe a draw. You're going to be okay with it. I want to see some balls, bro.
I've got a question. All right. And I'm not comparing them as managers. Okay. Mourinho would have done something similar. Right or wrong?
And won.
So
yes or no?
Gotten something.
He would have won.
Yeah, he would have gotten something.
Yeah,
fine.
100%.
Yes, fine.
Yeah.
But we're going off one moment. Like a free kick.
No, we're not though. We're not.
I'm just talking about this game because
in that game you can only go for free kick. But in general,
but no one would have this reaction if the past few years or even last season didn't happen. The season before that didn't happen.
Okay, I understand your points about like Arteta is not the man to take Arsenal over the line. Look, if we don't win anything this season, I'm of the same opinion. I'm giving it like we've backed him. We've not come out of this summer where we're like, nah, we just needed an extra play there, because every summer I always feel like that. This is the first summer where I felt like, no, we are literally, I say it every week on my Twitter, we are incredibly stacked.
Yeah.
We have literally 2 great players for every position.
Really good team.
It's insane.
It's the best Arsenal team since the last time we won the league.
Yeah, 100%. By far.
For sure.
Yeah.
By far, right?
Yeah.
Not quality-wise, I'm not so sure.
No,
but in terms of depth.
In terms of everything, it's quality.
It's unbelievable. So if this season is not the one where we win, for me, I just say he's not the man to take us over the line. And to be fair, it's the manner in which. If it's like a last season where like injuries disturb the whole thing, then I need to look at some patterns when I'm like, all right, cool, we're getting all of these injuries, we have all of this depth, and this manager, maybe he's causing it with the training issue. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But going back to what you guys are saying in terms of like in the past, like he's shown no ability to take Arsenal over the line.
Yeah.
He's taken us to 89 points in one season.
Come on, man.
No, come on, man.
Yeah.
You want me? I'm trying to be like balanced.
Okay, these guys are like Napoli fans in fucking England. You know what I mean?
I think that's
so
I think that's a good point to play
So
in terms
like
of
he's taken us.
Bro, but
as
it's not over the line.
That's the bit.
No, we understand it, but
we
I like where he's
understand.
going.
We understand that it's not over the line yet. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you guys are looking at each other laughing.
Bro, to me, it's
don't
fun,
make me
but yeah.
rage.
No, I understand why Arsenal fans say this because you were in such a bad place and he's come so far with the team and he deserves credit for that. But I still see the same patterns from the Arsenal fans of like, but he's done so. And I said this a few years ago. It's gonna get to a point where you're gonna be almost indebted to him, where you can't even turn against him. You feel bad for turning against him, and I see that in the fan base.
Okay,
but go on, bro.
No, I understand. I'm gonna go on to like my personal issue with how we play, but I'll let Shoaib answer that before that. But I was just gonna say quickly, I think this season for me,
make or break.
Yeah, and like I'm just a fan, right? Like who am I to say they need to sack Arteta next summer if we don't win a Premier League or we don't win a Champions League? Like, who am I to say it? But I just think this summer he's been given every single opportunity to win, and I'm not trying to forego what Arteta has done for this club because he took us from some ruins, bro.
He did.
Like we were
down bad,
and he's done well, and he's done well to do that.
Not just well.
Yeah.
He's done incredibly well.
He has.
I don't think there was a manager in the world that could have done what he done for us.
Yeah. No, I just saw a clip. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
The light bulb. How did he get away with that, Wallah?
What?
Where he's in the change room. How did he get? Have you seen it?
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb.
The Prime show, the Amazon show, the Amazon show.
Some of that was corny, man. Some of his team. I'm sorry. I don't know how he's managed to do it.
The Anfield one.
He brought.
I saw the speaker one. Yeah.
Bro, he brought a light bulb, and everyone's like in a huddle. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but the light bulb is nothing without the plug. And he puts the plug in and attaches it to the light bulb. He goes, "This is why I want you to be connected."
Yeah, but we don't know how it affected the play. It may have seemed corny, but if the players went out and won the game from it, I know it's corny, like on paper, because I take it back. It's not corny. It's just different.
Do you know why it looks corny?
If I'm watching that as a player, I'm saying.
Do you know why it looks corny though? I think it looks corny because it's so left field, right?
Yeah,
People don't do that, but I think at that period, I think it's like 2022, 2023,
2021,
bro. We were not a connected team. We were like a random bunch of players that is trying to put together in terms of the old players and some of the new players, right? That's the one we bought, like Ramsdale and White and Odegaard, Tavares, like all these guys, and we had some of the old bunch there, right? So there was so much going wrong in the dressing room beforehand. You have to try every little like percent and every little margin to try and make it a group. Now you see it's a family at the club, right? You can tell how connected they are. So these things look funny and look corny.
I hear the message.
It looks corny, but I genuinely think those little things actually worked on the players.
Man,
you know, like the little, like the little brain and the pictures and whatnot. Yeah. Those things work on people, bro. You got to remember it was a young team as well. Mm-hmm. But
I hear it. No, the message is good. Yeah, just don't unplug my speaker and unscrew the light bulb to give me a speech.
The Anfield one was corny for me. The Anfield was corny.
Yeah. And calling a dog called Win. Wallah, come on.
Yeah, come on, I don't like dogs, so hey,
that's what I'm saying,
get rid of the dog, man.
Well, what if we call the dog lose?
Nah, just
who lost lose.
Who lost lost. That's a good one. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just
lose the dog.
I'm at like a weird crossroads with Arsenal right now because I agree with last season. Last season was a weird season in terms of I'm not blaming it on Arteta, right? It was all the injuries and the red cards, and we didn't play great. But like when you're losing your best players like Saka and Gabriel and Havertz and Jesus and Odegaard, all these players in a similar time frame, it's unsustainable. It's generally like we went into games where I think we had Raheem Sterling on the right, Kieran Tierney on the left, and Mika Marino up top. Like, come on, not even Pep Guardiola is making it out of hood with that, bro.
Raheem Sterling, where is he?
It was cheeks, bro. It was cheeks.
He's literally like 10 minutes around the corner.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Refs, yeah.
So this season, we bought players, right? The sporting director came in, changed our life. I actually bought players.
Bert's a madness.
No, Bert is incredible. Edu, alhamdulillah, is gone. Generally, I can't stand that man, right? But cool. He's come in and he said, Arteta, I'm giving you everything.
It was not our plan.
No excuses. Yeah, it was not our plan, but sometimes, you know.
Is that what Edu said?
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling.
About who?
Raheem Sterling.
For deadline day. You've not seen that video? No. Basically, they're showing the clip of Sterling and Edu hugging each other. It cut straight to Edu. Yeah. To be transparent, it was not our plan to sign him.
It wasn't our first choice.
But how could you say that when you sign someone?
He got done for having a fake passport, innit, back in the day.
Who's Sterling?
Eddie.
He's a fraud, man. Yeah, but go on.
What was I? I lost track now.
He bought all his players.
Oh yeah, so Edu came in and said, "Yo, Arteta, no more excuses, right?" And I agree, right? Berta came in and said, "Yo, I'll give you everything you want, all the players, la la la." Obviously, some of them weren't our first choices, but granted, we've covered everything, right? More or less. I still think left wing is actually still shaky, but we can find ways around that. Play Eze there, have it overlapping left back, whatever, cool. Now for me, it's we must win. I understand that, but I think people are too reactionary, Arsenal fans, but also I think, and this is not a dig at you saying,
come on,
I think it's mainly United fans where they're trying to push their trauma, like what's going on with them, onto us. So it's more like, I feel bad about myself because you're still bad. It's kind of like the little gimmick like Liban runs or what other people run. And I don't have a problem with it. It works for socials. It's funny. You get clips, right? But it's all not like to me because it's like, well, you know you're doing bad, but because we're not winning, let's make them feel bad about themselves. And Arsenal fans kind of feel the same way now because they're like, right, why are we not winning? Why are we not doing this? But
Shaib, can I say something there?
Yeah, go on.
Liban's a sicko. Yeah,
I'm just using that as an example. I've seen the most.
I agree.
Yeah,
but he's a sicko for wanting Liverpool to win the title over Arsenal. I think that's a sickness.
No, I'm just honest.
That's crazy.
Even City for me.
Yeah.
City and Liverpool.
No, it's illness.
I want you guys to win the league out of those three.
No, of course.
So I'm not in a position to be like, I want, please, I want to see your downfall, brother. Please win.
No, of course.
Genuinely, please take it away from those guys, please.
No, I understand where you come from. I just feel it's a bit. It's a lot of trauma dumping.
I hear it.
No, that's a good point.
It generally is, right? But for us now, it's like, cool, we're 3 games in, right? I never ever, for me especially when you're buying a lot of players and you're changing your system, we've actually got a striker who runs behind, right? And we're playing now with our fullbacks, like especially Calafiori going outside more and Declan Rice is dropping in, so it changes the way we play. I'm not expecting it to be fireworks straight away, right? We go to Old Trafford, we win. We played bad, but I don't care. All I wanted was the 3 points. Anfield, Arne Slot literally said, you play this game 10 times, we draw 8, Arsenal win 1, Liverpool win 1, because both teams did not come to play. So this whole, I know Peter Schmeichel saying it, Roy Keane, all these guys are saying Arsenal, like Arteta, like they're not trying to play. It's a narrative. Liverpool didn't come to play as well, in my opinion. They woke up a bit in the second half, granted, but they didn't do anything. Salah didn't do anything because we kept them quiet.
No, you did, and you did well at that. But at the end of the day,
what I'm saying, we both nullified each other. Nobody did anything. So,
I agree.
Because they won, it's
that's the biggest thing.
Of course, but like you said, if Declan Rice scored a free kick out of nowhere and we won, it's like everyone's gonna say, Liverpool didn't come to play and that at home, So that's why I don't feed into that. Let me go into November now, where it's like 10 to 12 games. How many games we got then? And if we're still not playing, then I'll be like, But it's literally 3 games in, and I don't understand this Discord where it's like, oh my god, like Arteta doesn't want to play football, get him out.
Because it's not the 3
lost
games.
At Anfield. No,
I think it's a lot of built up.
It's built up. I understand that
because he's done this before. Do you agree?
No,
where it's like he hasn't gone all out to win a title or win a game that could push him over the edge.
No, I agree, but
he was being conservative too.
How many managers go to places like Anfield or Etihad or these massive stadiums and go out there saying, I deserve to win? At the beginning, you want to kind of slow it down, you want to nullify them, and then second half, you want to wake up.
I think Arteta and Arsenal are in a point now to do so. They've got the players.
That's what I'm saying.
Has the experience.
Yes.
It gets to a point where you're like, as
you
a
can't,
Arsenal fan, be like, I've had enough now, and now it's time to actually win it.
Of course. Yes, like I agree, but that's why I said I half agree with why I started Mourinho and why he didn't. Because first half, let's just go through it and then bring on Eze early. Where he messed up was not bringing him on to the 70th minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So if he did that and he brought on Eze a real early in second half and whatnot, and we still lost, I was like, you know what, he tried. That's the little red flag I have.
But even the game plan in itself, I felt was a bit conservative. Even in the way you didn't really feed it into Gyökeres as much. You didn't really take that many risks in the final third. It was kind of like, give it to Madueke and try and win a corner.
No, I get it, but before you jump on, Liverpool doing a similar thing. I saw a lot of clips, people saying Arsenal time waste and Liverpool were not trying to play football. I saw so many clips of Alisson literally baiting passes, holding on to it, and just kicking it long.
Yeah, I think a draw for them.
We were doing the same thing, right? But they were doing the exact same thing. They were kicking it long a lot in the first half. But nobody's talking. That's why I'm like.
But you know
confused.
why? I think a lot of Liverpool fans as well going into the game were of the opinion of we didn't look good against Palace, we didn't look that good against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
They beat
Newcastle.
They beat Newcastle, but obviously it was a bit shaky, so they weren't really confident going into the game. Arsenal fans, I feel like, were a bit more confident. You had a lot in the summer. They had a lot in the summer. Don't get me wrong as well, but you had a lot in the summer. It's 5 years of Arteta. It's like we're undefeated. We're undefeated against the big six in how many games? Let's go and this is. My point is, if there's any time to go to Anfield and try and beat Liverpool, it's that. Do you not agree with that statement?
Okay, no. So
I think that's one of the weakest Liverpool have been in a while, bro.
Okay.
At Anfield, I think so. Bournemouth scored 2 against them. Liverpool, Newcastle with 10 men looked good against them, and Crystal Palace beat them, bro. They're not that great.
Okay, here's my thing, right? When it comes to us, I always believe that Arsenal, like as a fan, I want us to always be in control of the narrative, right? The only way that we can do that is if we win. Because if we win, nobody can say anything. So, for example, let's say we won a Premier League by now. No matter what Arteta does, he can do a light bulb, he can do a this, he can do a that.
Yeah, you don't question it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because he's won before.
Correct.
So I think that is what we're lacking on. So we can try and talk sense as Arsenal fans. We can say, yeah, but it didn't mean this. We tried to do this. Other people, I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general, they won't understand. It's very binary. It's either like Arsenal win the league, they can do whatever they want.
No, but it's the same with us as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Even with Amram, for example, I say, look how honest he is, look how he speaks to the player, blah, blah. Yeah, but he's not winning. And there's a similar
but I hear you. But that was Mickey Mouse though.
No, chill out.
Look how he speaks is crazy.
Come on, like, how's he trying to bring it?
No,
you agree. Look how he speaks is crazy.
No, as in like even in the game, like we played well, okay, but you didn't win. Nah, but you didn't win. Oh, but we played, but you didn't win. Low-key, I think maturing is realising his seat was spitting. Win, please. I think his seat was spitting.
Okay, man.
Yeah, go on.
Spit.
Go on.
However he likes, right?
All right, chill out.
So I'm saying for us, like, we are never gonna win this.
Basically,
we are never gonna win this debate about Arsenal because we've just not won a Premier League. If we won a champion, let's say we won the Champions League last year, I could literally say whatever.
Yeah, no one can talk to you.
I can start talking about other clubs where I could be like, yo, Chelsea, they just haven't done this, and they'll be like, what have you won? Well, we won the Champions League, so we know.
Yeah.
So I think that's our issue. So if we win something, we can literally say...
That's the thing. He just doesn't have the... I don't think Arteta has a resume
to
do
the
it
context.
yet. To be able to... I don't know, for you guys to defend him as much as you do. That's what I think you over-defend him personally.
And why? Because they feel like they owe him something because of where they came from.
But I hear that as well. Because they were in the trenches.
Yeah,
and Arteta, on paper, has been...
a very good manager.
Yeah, he's been good.
For where we were.
Yeah, he's been good. But he hasn't made the level... now it's time to make that step up and win the league with the Champions League.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not like diehard Arteta. Like, I'm just saying reasons to why because a lot of this pent-up frustration is after this Liverpool game and after the United game, right? Going back, yes, there's a lot of things with him I do not agree with, you know. His pragmatism, the way we played football last year, but a lot of the time it's bad, but at the same time it's like, for me, I want to see something this season, regardless. Just give me until closer to Christmas where I can make my evaluation, because I think we'll still be in the top 3 by Christmas. I think we'll be.
But that's almost a guarantee.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we'll be there, right? So we'll be like at worst 5 points off the title. So we'll be in a title race the whole season. But by the time it gets to like early December, and we're not playing a certain way, and we haven't unlocked Gyökeres and whatever, then I'll give an actual reasoning and what I actually think. But we're 3 games into this whole new thing right now of this season.
Of course, it's just
into the new season, yes, but also. I also want to go back a little bit. Does it concern you as Arsenal fans that potentially your best football, your best years came maybe 3 years ago? Would you agree that probably that season was the best you've looked in terms of a team?
Early 2024, you know when?
Yeah. So there was
Rise of Jorginho.
Yeah, so there was a period. So maybe you can kind of weigh it up in 2 ways. So there was one where it's the team that everyone talks about with Arsenal. Xhaka was there, Partey was there, Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Saka.
Was this a 22-23
22-23, right?
Yeah.
That's
the
season that everyone seems to talk about, where like Arsenal, they played this electric football. It was amazing.
But there was also no pressure on that Arsenal team.
Yeah, so they can literally do whatever they want.
It's like Chelsea last year.
Yeah,
no pressure.
In a way.
No one rated them.
So that we played some great football, but defensively we were never winning a title.
Yeah.
I think we conceded like 40 goals that year.
Yeah.
Who wins the league of 40 goals?
Cedric played a lot of football that year, I remember. Cedric played a lot because Tomiyasu got injured.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's that season. 23-24, I think our last 18 games we won 16. We drew one and we lost one to Aston Villa. That is probably
I think only City had a better record.
Yeah. And that's why they won the league. They won the league by 2 points.
They won the treble that year, so fair.
No.
That was the day before.
Yeah,
sorry, year before. Yeah.
So we looked amazing because, bro, we were going to away stadiums. We were clearing it out. There was literally a 3-week period. We beat Burnley 6-0. We beat West Ham like 5-0.
Beat Chelsea 5-0.
No, that was a bit afterward. We beat like Sheffield United. We were winning games like 6-0 every week.
That was the best Arsenal team.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
So that's the best we've played because, bro, how can you be scoring 6 after 6 after 6?
That's what I'm saying.
5 against Chelsea, 4 here, 3 here. We scoring so many goals because the set piece would open it up for us. So last season was my big issue because when I'm looking at Arsenal last season, we had a lot of injuries, but even when all our players were fit, bro, it was bad to watch. It was not fun.
It's also not it doesn't matter if you don't play as attractive football as you did in that 22-23 season or 23-24. It just matters about winning. A lot of the times the team that plays the most attractive football in the league doesn't necessarily win it. There were so many years where Sarri at Napoli, for example, they played the most beautiful football in Italy, but they never won the league title with them. They just couldn't get over the line. So I don't think the attractiveness of Arteta's football really matters. It's just about getting results.
No, I agree.
No, sorry to interrupt you, but I say as an Arsenal manager, you need to have that. That's for me.
You're saying because of the culture, sort of like Barcelona. I get what you're saying because you're so used to Wenger times.
Sure.
But at the same time, bro, would you rather play attractive football and finish second or just get over the line?
No.
But you can't. In an ideal world, of course.
Yeah. But
it's
why,
rare,
I'm saying,
though.
why can't we? So I'm saying, on one hand, I want us to win every single game, every single competition, and I want us to win. So that's priority one. If I could pick between beautiful football and winning, I'd pick winning. But as an Arsenal manager, you need to have some semblance of playing great football.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is because I'm going to the Emirates every week. I'm paying money to go watch Arsenal every week. Brands, if you want to shout me. Yeah, I'm paying money to go watch Arsenal every week. I am not trying to go and watch Arsenal just pass it around the box and then us just winning off a set piece. Yes, we win, but the beauty of winning something or the beauty of winning a trophy or a league is the journey that you go on, right? And if we're playing amazing football every single week, I'm not saying it's possible. Sometimes you'll be good, sometimes you'll be bad.
Yeah.
But I need that as an Arsenal fan. That's how we're conditioned.
But a wise man once said, football is a sport, it's not a spectacle. If you want to go to a spectacle, go to the circus.
Oh.
You know who said that?
Who?
Allegri.
Allegri.
And you said wise man.
Wise man.
Wisest man I've ever seen in my life.
But
can I say one more thing before we move on from Arsenal? Because I know we've been talking about it for a while, right? I think there's 2 things that potentially ruined Arteta or could ruin him, right? The first one was the Saliba injury, and that completely changed his whole mindset in terms of how he builds his team now, right? He ended up buying Havertz, he ended up, obviously Declan Rice was a good player, but then Mourinho followed, and all these big men came into the team and it became a set-piece team. The second one, I think this could potentially ruin him. I love this player. I don't love him, I really like him, but I think if he keeps persisting with Odegaard in the 10, I think it's going to ruin him. I think Odegaard slows down everything way too much. He's too safe. Odegaard is a number 8. He is not a number 10. So if you keep persisting with him to be your final third
he'll never do that.
killer, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's potentially going to be the thing that ruins Arteta, right? Alongside the Saliba injury. If he keeps persisting with Odegaard being the final third player in your team, it's never going to work, bro. That connect between the striker and the midfield, or him always occupying Saka's space and literally just standing there and keep dragging defenders there, it could potentially ruin him. So he needs to get Eze in the 10 very soon. Very, very soon, but I don't think he'll ever do it because he's a captain.
Yeah. You should be able to test these sort of things.
Yes, but I think Odegaard, out of possession, I think he's his pressing numbers.
He works hard,
I think it's the best in Europe or something for a number 10 or whatnot. So again, it goes back to the Saliba thing. The out of possession thing is so important to him now that those things could potentially ruin him.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he's too defensively minded. He's too defensively minded to drop that creative player who doesn't really track back as much further back into midfield. Also, the fact that he's your captain. My only question is, I agree, you don't have to play beautiful football to win matches. I'm not of that opinion. Come on, let me.
Yeah, come
Gary
on.
Bedell, all that kind of stuff. You get what I'm trying to say.
Even Fergie didn't play.
You've got a bad type. You got a bad type, man.
I've got a great type. That's my favourite type. Antonio Conte. Wow.
You just like mid things, isn't it?
Yeah. So my point is, you don't need to, but don't tease me because you did it and it feels like you've regressed now. Does that make sense? So it's like, if he started that way, I hear it.
Yeah.
Because now you can say he's improved because he's gotten even defensively stronger. And he's not, but he went there, and then now he's brought me back to like, what are we doing here? Like, we're defensive. We're hitting you, like, sometimes we're winning, but we're not winning the league. Like, it's cool. Like, if I'm not gonna win the league, let me enjoy not winning the league. Does that make sense?
He came in as like Pep's assistant guy to now like David Moyes. Like, he tapped into his Everton bag a lot.
Come on, man.
Yeah, last thing, to be fair though, I'll be real, man. Gabriel Jesus being an injury prone guy, man, just ruined.
I think Havertz might be one of the big things that might have killed him as well, like signing Havertz.
I agree. We should get into that a long time. I think we need to move on.
We're going to move on.
Let's move on. Yeah.
Has anyone else got a statement, or should I go for the second?
I got one.
All right, Remedy, go on. Land your point.
I think Jeremy Frimpong is going to be phased out of this Liverpool team.
Okay. Is that... Wait, he's injured at the moment, right?
He's injured, but I just think he's very hard to fit in to that Liverpool team, because when you have kind of like their system at the moment, they need one of them to be a centre-back and they need one to fly. So, for example, if Kaka stays, Frimpong can fly.
Yeah.
If, for example, Frimpong stays, it's long, right? And Frimpong is not really a right-back.
No, he's
like a winger.
Winger, yeah.
So when you have someone as good as Salah, who's unbelievable on their own, picked up numbers, you need to give him more touches of the ball wide. You don't want him inside, because that kind of exposes his weaknesses. He doesn't have the strongest first touch. He's
close control.
And you kind of need to be that when you're in those tight spaces in the middle. When he's coming and when he can see the game, when he's like driving at someone 1v1, it's unbelievable. And he needs to touch the ball as wide as possible. But the problem is Frimpong is also there. And then when you have a right back as good as Szoboszlai, who I think is Liverpool's best right back.
Damn.
I think he's so good in that position because he can literally do everything. I just think Frimpong is a redundant purchase. Like, they shouldn't have made it.
I think Szoboszlai is more of a Trent replacement than Frimpong.
They're more similar in character.
Yeah, he's got that diag that he can just switch play. He's not the quickest, so he's not. Trent wasn't always the quickest. He wasn't always on the overlap. Whereas Frimpong is very all action, down the right hand side, bombing up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't know if that's what they needed. So I kind of hear you, but at the same time, I haven't seen enough of him in the team to kind of run it. But even in pre-season, didn't they play him right wing?
Yeah, they did.
Innit?
So obviously Salah, he's going to be on like AFCON in the winter. So obviously that could be his Frimpong's way to get back. I'm not saying it's going to take him 3 or 4 months. But I'm saying like just the way it looks right now, because the point of this video is us to make like sweeping conclusions after the first 3 weeks. So no matter what, the comments can just say, oh, well, it's only been 3 games. We know, but we're just making these conclusions.
No, I hear it.
So I just think, it might have been a redundant purchase.
Do you think they've signed well in general, Liverpool, in terms of the profiles that they've signed? Even Kirkes, for example, to come in and replace Andy Robertson. Looks shaky a little bit at the moment. Even Frimpong, again, hasn't been the best signing. Wirtz, there are some question marks. Ekitike, I think, has hit the ground running. Isak, we're going to see what's going to happen with that, but probably going to be a success. Overall, in general, Liverpool haven't hit the ground running, and that's another statement that I'll get onto, but what do you guys think?
I think, I don't know, I'm not convinced on like every single Liverpool signing. I agree with your statement, actually, Remedy. I think when Liverpool signed Frimpong, I was looking at a situation like, I don't think he's going to suit the 4-back system. He won't play high and wide because Salah's there. Of course, like you said, when AFCON comes around, he probably will be the starting right winger. But I was thinking maybe Arne Slot might adjust his system to a 3-back, but that's unlikely. He hasn't done that once yet, so I don't think that's going to be the case. I just don't think Frimpong naturally suits being a right back. I don't think defensively he's good enough. He kind of reminds me a lot about like Di Marco, just really good going forward, really, really creative. But defensively, a bit of a liability. But I think they've made some good signs. I think Leone's a great signing. Young defender.
I wonder why.
No,
he's incredible.
As I'm biased aside, I wanted him so much at Juventus. He is so good. Like 18 years old, but physically imposing. I think he's going to learn so much, especially next season if Konate goes. I think he'll be the star unless they sign like a Mark Gahey in January or next year. I think his contract expires next year, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Kirkes is a quality player. I think Wirtz, for me, they overpaid. I didn't think he was a necessity in that team. I think it was just like an added bonus. Their midfield was already really, really well balanced last season. Ekitike, I wasn't so certain on, but he hit the ground running, as you said, just saying, and he looks really, really sharp. It'll be interesting to see if they can somehow find a system to play him, Isak, Salah all together, or Ekitike come off the bench. And if he does, I do feel a bit sorry for him because he's looked really, really good. But overall, I think they've done good business. They spent big money, but they haven't spent big money over the last few years. They've won the Premier League. They sold a lot as well this year, so their net spend isn't ridiculous, for example. I think Arsenal's net spend is actually higher this year, for example. But I think Liverpool have done really good business.
Could I ask you guys something? So we're talking about the players that Liverpool have signed, right? And we've not seen them all play together. But just on paper alone, how well have Liverpool bought? Like, you have to think about their needs, the players that they bought, the
price.
The price, like, quality. How well have they bought?
Should I be honest with you? Because this is going to go back to Frimpong as well. I think Frimpong's one of the worst signings this summer.
Really?
Yeah, one of the worst. Because going back to needs, right? You buy Frimpong and you buy Kirkes, right? There's no point buying both of them because you can't use them to their strengths at the same time, right? The reason why Kirkes isn't looking good is because now you're using him in that left centre back in possession type of thing, right? So you completely nullify his biggest strength, which is going high and wide. Like you're seeing Areola still doing it with Truffert, right? Mm-hmm. Now you buy Frimpong, so you have to nullify Kirkes' strengths. What Liverpool should have done, what Arteta should have done, is buy like a timber profile, like someone who's actually a centre back, someone who's actually comfortable in possession, someone who can actually drop into that 3. And then let Kirkes get the best out of his ability. Or, if you really, really want Frimpong, then get a defensive left-sided left-back. But now you're going to see Frimpong's going to get, like I said, I think he's going to get phased out. I think Conor Bradley's better than him. Szoboszlai's better than him. And
in that system.
Yeah. In that system. Yeah, they're better than him. Conor Bradley's way better defensively. He's good on the ball. He can attack, he can defend. Yeah. Szoboszlai, you know how good he is, wherever he plays, centre mid, cam, left, right back. You can probably play him left back. But yeah, I think Liverpool have bought a bunch of players, but without really thinking about it. It's kind of like playing FM. You know when you got a lot of money in FM, and like you make it, you spend it. Like, you just spend it. Like
he's a good player, high rated, whatever.
Yeah, I think with Frimpong is also like his release. Was it a release clause?
Yeah, it was like 40 mil. But I think you could have got like you could have gone to France and got like a defensive right back who's got really good qualities, really defensively on the ball for like 20 mil.
I don't want us to be the podcast where we just come up with all of these conclusions, because again, the season is still to come, and like we're assuming that they're going to play the same exact way throughout the entire season. Yeah. So we're making the assumption that they are, because I'm trying to protect us from getting cooked by Liverpool.
No, I think he's a good player though.
He is great.
I just think you can't buy Kirkes and Frimpong. You can't. It makes no sense. Yeah. Like unless you want to change it and then keep dropping Gravenberch in between the centre backs and whatnot, but you're changing too much to kind of fit in Frimpong, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like Kirkes' strengths outweigh Frimpong's strengths. Yeah. So I'm looking at benefiting Kirkes. Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it. So then you don't buy a player like him. So I don't know what Arne Slot was thinking when buying the player. I don't know if it was that little Dutch connection or whatever it was. But for me, I agree with you. I think it's a bad signing.
I think it's also about you got rid of Trent, who obviously has his, and a lot of Liverpool fans were also saying like, oh yeah, but he's weak defensively, we can upgrade on him, blah blah. In that aspect, you haven't upgraded on him at all. No. Frimpong isn't the best defensively either. Like I thought maybe they would get like you said, like a right back who fits exactly what it is they need. Now that Trent obviously came through the academy, you had to play him. He's a really good player, etc. Now that he's gone, now is your time to really go out and find that perfect right back who can drop into a back 3, who can ping it across, who can join forward when he needs to, but also defensively he's really sound. And in my opinion, they've just gone out and just signed an attacking. Again, kind of like for like, but not even like for like in a sense, because he can't even do the stuff that Trent was good at, which was those diags across
completely
the pitch. Yeah, it's weird.
And I'll say one thing as well. I keep saying it, and he might shut me up if he scores 30 goals this season. But did they really need Alexander Isak when you have someone as good as Ekitike?
I agree.
Ekitike is so good.
Yeah. It's just you can't.
No, I hear that. Like the opportunity, I just have to smash it. I hear it.
In that position, I just have to smash it.
That's exactly what Liverpool did this summer, right? Yeah. They saw it and they were like, we'll smash it.
Greed is a big sin, man.
Yeah. It is. One of the 7 deadly sins, man.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, could they have not gone for like a Bradley Barker? Could they have not gone for like a winger that is unbelievable?
Yeah, it's a strange one.
And also like a DM. Yeah. Like Gravenberch, like the season is resting on him. Yeah. What if he gets injured? What if he gets suspended? They're gonna play what's around him.
Listen,
final whistle.
He comes in with his mouth guard, bro. He's ready for UFC, bro. You seen it?
Oh, Endo.
Yeah, he wears a mouth guard, bro. He's ready to scrap, bro. Yeah, he does, bro. Have you seen it?
Yeah, bro. Do you think if he scores a goal, he does it like Steph Curry, like he puts it out?
And how's it? No, but Liverpool's gone with, like, I was just thinking about it now. Obviously, Frimpong's, I think at Leverkusen, his average positioning, touch, map, whatever, was literally as high as Salah, right? A player that they should have gone for, which was very cheap, that we were looking at for some weird reason, is Arnau Martinez.
Yeah.
He's comfortable on the ball. He's a defensive right back. He can go inside, go on the outside. To go back onto the Isak thing, it's too good of an opportunity to miss out.
Yeah,
it's too good. But then I think you're looking at it now, yeah. It was like 80 million on XT. Was it 80? 80 million. 120 on Verts, and how much on?
130.
It's at 130, right? You spent all that money, and like you said, you're still missing a lot.
Yeah.
Like, how do you spend that much money and you're missing? Like, I was talking to a Liverpool fan the other day, and he came to me and was like to me, we're underdogs. I said, why are you underdogs? Because you have better depth than us. So why are you spending all this money then?
Yeah.
What are you doing with this money if you're not improving your team? Like, they keep saying we have a good 11, we've got nothing on the bench. So you use the money wisely. Instead of spending 130 million on Verts, whatever you do it, you can buy 2 quality players, 2 very high quality players from France or from Italy or Spain that can fill 2 positions, bro.
I saw this tweet, and it was like Arsenal and Liverpool should have swapped windows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hear it.
Arsenal needs some game changes.
Yeah,
I hear
depth.
it. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, it's true. To be fair.
You know what? So this was my statement, because it kind of links in, so I might as well say it. I think, is it more impressive for Arne Slot to win the Premier League last season, or was it more impressive for him to win it this season? The reason I asked that question is because I've seen the story before. I've seen it when a team goes out and goes crazy in the market. They go out and buy insane players. We're talking PSG when they signed Neymar, Messi, Mbappe. We're talking Real Madrid when the whole Galacticos era, bro. I can give you 10 years of it, yeah?
I'd say this season.
It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. Now, Arne Slot, kind of, I said this at the beginning of last season because I was like, I've seen this before. A manager who has a dynasty comes to the end of this dynasty, someone takes over, the pressure's too much, and he doesn't win it, and it goes sour. Arne Slot shut me up. He won it, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to do it twice? Does lightning strike twice? Is he going to do it again where he signs all these big players, all these big characters that they're great players, they're going to play, but they don't necessarily complement each other in the best, most optimal way? Is he going to get Liverpool to win the league? I think they've, in a weird way, I think they've regressed a little bit in terms of playing style, in terms of how they've looked on the pitch. Obviously, still early doors, but I just wanted to kind of put it out there.
Why I'd say this season is a lot of factors, and one of the factors isn't about Liverpool, it's about the other teams around them. I don't think Arsenal and Chelsea won't be as good, if that makes sense. Like last year, Chelsea were in a title race, and obviously it was too early, they dropped off, right? And Arsenal had such a bad season. So I think the competition this year is going to be way harder. Yeah. So if he wins it this year, it's more impressive. 2, I just think Salah had an all-time year, bro. He had an all-time year. Everything was working for them, whether it comes to the last goals, some controversial decisions with the refs, or whatever it is, or just the way they clicked. Everything was working. Gravenberch had an all-time season. Van Dijk came back to being incredible. Like, for me, nothing went wrong for them last year. Now, they've changed. Things might go wrong, which is natural. Salah might not be as firing as he was before, and you've changed too much to the point now there's a lot more pressure on you. Before no one was looking at, like, I think that's
the biggest
factor. Everyone
pressure, yeah.
I think everyone had them like finishing 4th last year or something. It was Man City going to win, Arsenal 2nd, whoever 3rd, Newcastle 3rd or whatever, right? Now there's pressure, now the teams around them are better, and now you've changed a lot. So now it's kind of more like, for me, it's like you must win.
Yeah.
And now the pressure's on.
The expectations.
Will they do it again? I don't know. But if he does it, fair play. Genuinely fair.
Is it more impressive?
Yeah,
I think
it's more impressive.
I agree. I think the team's a lot better this year in the Premier League. I think it's going to be a more competitive league title. I think it'll go down to the wire, April, May, right until the end of the season. Last year it was kind of dead.
Yeah,
early January was done. It was pretty much bad. I think Arne Slot's got a lot more pressure as well. He sort of came into the league. People, like you said, they were predicting 4th, 3rd, 5th, like not title contenders at all. So I think Arne Slot's got to try match what he achieved last year, not only for like his sake as a coach, but also to like prove how good he is to everyone else, if that makes sense. Yeah. Big money spent, so he's got to try and take the best out of Ekitike, of Verts, Isak, all these guys. He needs to try and integrate them all into one system. Even if like 2 flop, I think that will be like quite detrimental in the sense that people will be like, oh, if Verts doesn't perform to the way that everyone's expecting him to perform, that won't help Arne Slot's case, I don't think, because it's like, why did you want this player then? Why did you spend all that money on? We had a great midfield last year, it worked perfectly. Why add him to the mix almost?
Agreed.
So I think this year, it's going to be a lot harder for Liverpool to win. On paper, they have a better squad, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can elevate their game. And I think their expectations are higher. Last year, as I said, nobody expected them to win anything. Now it's almost like they should win a double. Yeah. How far can they go in Champions League? How far can they go in the FA Cup, etc., etc. So yeah, I think this year a lot more pressure.
I've got something,
go on,
right?
bro.
So you asked a question like, what's a more impressive achievement, last season or this season, right? It ultimately depends on what you rate more. If you rate player ability more, then I think this season... No, I'm trying to get onto something, but I'm trying to say, like, if you think players are the one that lead the way, then last season was more impressive.
Yeah, because it was more of a collective.
Yeah. If you think coaching is what is more important than this season, because you have to coach the best out of these players.
Yeah.
Last season, it's a settled team-ish. No signings. They've played with each other like a year, and they've come in, and Salah has had an unbelievable season. One of the best in Premier League history.
Fighting for a contract.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. This season, now he got his contract.
He's got his contract, man.
I don't know.
He had a new hairline as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He was playing with new
It's a new era.
confidence.
Yeah, it was a new era.
So I think it's this season, if he gets the most out of his players, because when have you ever seen a team go out and smash every record possible and then have a good season?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And when there's still deficiencies in the team.
Yeah.
If he can still bring the best out of all of them, I think that is complete.
Yeah,
Because people would say, oh, but last season he was just elevating on what Klopp did. It was just like changing little pieces here and there. This season, if Slot is able to win the Premier League and Liverpool are able to go to that next level whilst bringing the best out of all of these players, it's greatness.
Can I ask you a question? Because I want you two to answer it, in fact, you're talking. So now, obviously, the focus for Liverpool is all about Isak, Verts, all these new players, right? How much does it affect them that Salah's going to have to take a secondary role in some sense? Even though he's their main player, Salah's going to have to be a lot... He's a very good facilitator. You've seen his assist numbers are very good, but how much will it affect them that that's going to be his role now? That's the way it seems. Because last year it was like, we're playing only to Salah's strengths because he's going to get the goals, he's going to get the assists, he's going to do everything for us. So how much will it affect him this year?
That's an interesting point, because I feel like Arsenal are doing the opposite, where before the goals were kind of spread out, now they're trying to find it to a focal point. Liverpool are doing the opposite, where the goal was at one focal point, now they're trying to spread it out. It's a big feat for a manager, but also for Salah himself. We don't even know if Salah's going to be that. I think he will, because he's a professional, he's top player, whatever. But at the same time, there is that ego where you're the guy who's changed this whole club's destiny for the past 10 years or whatever. You've been the main guy. Now you're telling me they've signed a player for 120 million. Okay, maybe he has to pitch in with a few assists. They signed another player for 130 million. Big pressure on him. He needs to score. And then there's another player who's trying to prove his worth as well, 80 million, trying to compete with the 130 million pound player. Bro, there's a lot of egos in that team now. Even if they're nice guys, naturally there's going to be ego attached to it. So I think that's a good question, because internally from the team itself, there might be some... Do you get me? Some people like a Salah who might not want to play that way, but obviously it's the coach's decision. So it's an added layer of difficulty for Slot, I think.
Okay, so to be fair, I have a similar opinion to you. I just think great players make it work up until a certain point. Obviously, then coaching comes into it. So if they can get the best out of each other, then why not?
Yeah, I just go back to Galacticos. I go back to that front three of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, and you're like, there's nothing that can go wrong here. And naturally, people clash, bro. It's like, I want to get the goals. Whereas before, when it's just Mbappe, there's no problem.
So,
go on.
No. I was just gonna say. So I'm just like, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna go around the table quickly, and we're just gonna say if this season more impressive or last season more impressive if they win the league.
Okay.
So go on you.
I think it's crazy to say because of how much they've signed, but in a weird way, signing that many players can also be a curse, which is insane to me, but I think it's more impressive if he makes it work this season.
Yeah, I agree with that. So this season is more impressive.
Yeah, it has to be the season. The competition, the money they've spent. This season, if they win it, fair play Slot.
Yeah, I agree this season. I think with everything included, there's so much pressure, man. Yeah, he has to succeed. He has to.
That's so mad to me, though. I agree, but it's so mad to me that a manager can go out and sign all these great players, but now the pressure's even...
It's almost like when Juventus signed Ronaldo. Yeah, so much pressure to not only retain the league title, but the Champions League. And everyone deems Ronaldo's time at Juventus as a flop. Well, most people, simply just because he didn't win the Champions League. So it's crazy to... even though he was incredible for us, like, it's mental.
Okay.
I just go on. Have you got another
No, I was gonna say if these guys heard any statements.
Oh, have you boys got any statements?
Yeah, I have one on WhatsApp actually.
Go on.
On WhatsApp.
On the WhatsApp.
Where is Hussein? Here we are. I think that Pep Guardiola's time at City has expired. I know. Big bold statement, but I just can't see Pep winning the league this year. And I look at Pep and I don't think he necessarily wanted to be that. In the sense that when he extended his contract, there was a lot of turmoil around the 115 charges. I almost felt like there was a lot of pressure on his shoulders to extend to sort of take the talking points away from the charges, almost stabilise City as a club. Then Haaland signed a 10-year deal. It was almost like, don't worry, everything's fine. Even though I think
sign a 10-year deal.
10 years,
bro, that was a big cover-up.
Yeah,
anyway. I think the Premier League is protecting City. They just don't want to destroy the brand. That's why they'll never.
Allegedly.
No.
I'm trying to protect you.
No, I don't care.
Does anyone know how much he's earning? I have no idea. Like he's earning
like
I think it's more than that, bro.
Yeah, he's on crazy money.
Yeah, he's earning near a mil. I'm pretty sure, like starting money, bro.
And then I look at like last season as well. I think tactically he hasn't really developed City's game. I think City now need to sort of make a shift compared to like the teams that would dominate so much. I don't think they have the same like quality in terms of positions. I think teams have read them now. I think teams are able to sort of dissect them. Look at Brighton the other day. They read them perfectly. They played them like a book and they got the 3 points. I just don't think Pep... I think that love story's come to an end, personally. I think Pep wanted out a couple of years ago when he signed the extension, and I think he needs a little break from football like Klopp has, and then I see him going to the national team. I just can't see him winning the same amount of titles, Premier League, Champions League, as he has done in the past few years.
I hear it. I don't think it's a crazy statement. I think I think Pep wanted to leave. I think they kind of pleaded with him to stay. I think also, in a weird way, hear me out, but genuinely from what we were hearing, they wanted Amrim. City wanted Amrim. From what we were hearing, right? They took Sporting's...
I didn't hear this one.
You didn't hear it?
No.
You're listening to La Gazzetta.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I'm listening
Which one
to
did
the
you
sources
listen
here.
to?
Me? No, I'm listening to...
Which one?
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio.
Yeah.
Somali sources, man.
Yeah, your sources.
Al Jazeera.
Same guy that
Al
writes for
Jazeera's
Gazzetta.
good. Al Jazeera's good. No, genuine, because they signed Hugo Viana, what's his name?
Yeah.
Sporting director from Sporting. Apparently they wanted Amrim, right? Whatever. Whoever it is, whoever it is that they wanted. De Zerbi, obviously he went to Marseille, whatever it is, right? I don't think they had the ideal replacement for Pep lined up. Whether it be Amrim, De Zerbi, whoever. That happened, so obviously Pep was like, okay, cool, maybe I can stay a little bit longer, I'll do them a favour, whatever it is. I think that's got a point to play in it. I also think, Leah said this the other day, and I think he heard it from someone as well, Pep doesn't dictate like the meta in the Premier League anymore. He doesn't dictate what is the overpowered kind of trendy new way of playing. He's kind of adapting to a lot of other people's systems. You look at Iriola, you look at Thomas Frank, you look at all these other managers who have come in and kind of changed it and like adapted. I think that's got a big part to play in it. There's comparisons with Sir Alex. People are talking about him and Sir Alex. Listen, I've watched Sir Alex. I've never seen Sir Alex struggle the same way Pep has last season, and I think City will struggle this season.
I think so, yeah.
And we even went through it last episode about the world class players. I didn't really think about it up until we went through the whole team, bro. They've lost a lot of quality. De Bruyne, going back a few years, Fernandinho, for example, in that midfield. Stones, Ruben Diaz, Edison, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan. Mahrez, all these players who have left over the years, I think now has come back, and they didn't replace them as well as I thought.
Yeah.
Now it's biting him in the bum.
The problem is with City, right? If you look at their transfer, kind of their policy in the past, they used to sign specialists. They used to sign like guys that were unbelievably good at what they did. Let's take Leroy Sané as an example, right? You sign him at 19, 20, cool, he's young. But you can just see there's so much quality there. You compare it to kind of recent years, right? Marmoush is okay, like he goes and he runs in behind, he's a great player from that point of view, but I can't really say how much quality he has compared to maybe a 2018 Riyad Mahrez, for example. Who else have they signed? For me, I think 2023 summer window kind of cooked them after winning the treble. So they signed, was that the year they signed Doku?
I think so.
They signed, Kovacic came.
Yes,
Mateus Nunes came in. Like all of these guys that are.
They lost Alvarez.
Yeah, Alvarez was a big loss for them.
Yeah,
as
they
well,
lost him last year.
Yeah.
So you're looking at all of these players that are like, okay, they're like, all right, they're good, but they're not elite.
Yeah.
And when their transfer policy has changed from not signing elite players, maybe Donnarumma, some people would consider him as elite, but in that Pep Guardiola system, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
I just think City, I follow this account, you guys probably follow him. His name is Sane with an X. The guy's always trolling. He's been talking about City being... people call him a troll account. I find him hilarious, but he also has some vein of truth. City have been washed for a long time. For me, I think the year that they won the Premier League over us the second time, 23-24, they were so washed. It was Rodri, Foden, Haaland, and Inshallah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Foden was crazy.
He turned to Superman that year, bro.
Turned,
was
like,
crazy.
Rodri was the best midfielder, like one of the best midfield seasons I've ever seen with my two eyes. You know how much I love Rodri, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking at them being semi-washed when they win a Premier League. How can you be washed when you win a Premier League?
Yeah.
And it's all those signs are there. So that 24-25, they won one game from like 15.
Yeah, no, it was bad. And that's what I'm saying. Sir Alex would never do that.
And this season, they've only gotten 3 points, but the games that they've lost, Spurs, they didn't do anything. Brighton, they had chances in the first half, but they couldn't capitalise.
And Wolves are going to fight relegation.
That's what I'm saying. That first game was a big indicator. Oh, Reinders is signing of the summer.
Yeah,
Come on,
they
man,
signed
it's
some
Wolves,
quality Reinders. I forgot about it.
I got cooked because I said before, like, I thought City would struggle. I said that I didn't think they would fight for the league, and I think they would battle for top 4, and I was getting cooked. But I stand by that.
There was a stat last year. I think the second half of the season they had more points than anyone.
Yeah, they did.
I'm in a weird place with Man City because, especially Pep, I respect the guy so much, right? He's changed the game in ways where people love it, people hate it, right? And I think the point you're talking about where Leah's talking about Pep doesn't dictate the league or whatnot, it's true. I think he was talking about at one point, he was like, like the way these managers of Iraola play and they're not so positional and they're fast, they're hungry, they're energetic. And I think even from a while ago, he was copying De Zerbi. People don't talk. It was copying De Zerbi, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Like playing at the back, having your ball, the ball on your feet, all those little things. He was copying stuff, and Pep becoming a dinosaur is crazy. Yeah, like he's in his Jose bag, right, where his tactic doesn't work anymore. Like I don't want to throw back to like Football Manager, right? But you know when you're playing for a while and you use the same tactic and it works for so long, you keep winning. You get to a point where the meta clocks. You can't run this thing anymore. You can't run this thing anymore.
It's stale.
It's stale. And I remember what people are criticising Klopp about. You're keeping players for too long. Like you kept Jordan Henderson for too long. You kept so-and-so for too long. Pep's doing the same thing. Like before, he used to refresh a lot. Now it's like, how are you in 2025 and you've still like. I loved Bernardo. I loved him at Monaco, early City. But how is he still at your club? Like, you've got so many ex-world-class players, right? Why are you not replacing them with up-and-coming world-class players? Why are you not replacing them?
I think they tried to. But they didn't work. That was the big thing. They tried to with the Doku. They tried to with the Savinho. They tried to with all these players.
Bellingham. They tried to with Rice.
No, but even the players that they did succeed with. No, but even the players that they did succeed with, I think they banked on them a lot to become the elite, and they haven't become the elite.
But then that's just poor recruitment then.
Yeah, I think so.
But like you're still going into games most of the time when Foden's fit. You're still playing Foden, who's struggling. You're still playing every single game Bernardo Silva, who's struggling. Like Kovacic was playing a lot of football even when he was struggling. You still haven't bought a right back. Like Guardiola's really good, cool. But then the partner, whoever it is, whether it's Akanji, whether it's Stones, whether it's Diaz, none of them are at the level anymore. Yeah. And then you buy Kusanov, who can become good, but does anyone really think he's ever going to be world class?
No. Yeah. Well, they lost Akanji as well. There's even left.
Yeah, he's left now. But it's like nothing really
how he's able to get a move to Inter. I couldn't believe
mad.
it.
I think he can do all right in it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that. I'm saying, damn.
He's still in his 20s, isn't it? But yeah, I'm not convinced by them anymore. Like, I think Pep needs to just say, like you said, Masalam, put your feet up for a year or two, then come back for the Euros in 2028.
Yeah, I think
like do that, bro.
Fergie had this for I think a year or two as well, where he was rediscovering a few things. He had to tweak his tactics a little bit.
Early 2000s.
2000s.
Yeah, that's when like
Arsenal,
Mourinho.
Yeah, when Arsenal won, I think. Did you win back to back?
We won Invincible.
We never done.
Sorry, you won Invincible. Chelsea won 2.
Yeah.
So we didn't win the title for 3 years, and people are saying, "Oh, is this the end?" and blah blah. But you saw experimentation. You saw adapting his system. You saw getting rid of some big players, getting rid of a Van Nistelrooy, for example, but bringing in quality to replace him. Do you get it? So he changed. He saw Rooney and he saw Ronaldo. He said, "I'm going to give you two the keys." Not only that, he would also bring in assistant managers to kind of like keep him up to date with what's changing, what's happening, and then that way he could focus more on the man management. But you saw, bro, so look at those 3 years in particular, how many players ended up leaving the club, even players like Nicky Butt, for example, even players like Phil Neville, who were at the club for a long time. He said, "No, I need to keep David Beckham, bro." He had to make huge changes.
Roy Keane.
And he brought in, Roy Keane's a massive one, bro.
Roy Keane, the captain. And then like 6 months later, he signed Michael Carrick.
There you go, bro. Yeah. Like
he won his Euro though.
and we were never that bad though. I don't think we ever went. What was that? 1 win in 15.
No,
on Pep.
Bro, the lowest you finished was third. Well, City finished third last season.
But there's a way of finishing third. I think the way we finished third isn't the way that City genuinely looked weak. Like, where's their next win coming from? I don't think it was like that with United.
It was still battling out.
It was.
But that's the thing with Pep. I don't think he's ever been in this position where he's actually had to chop and change and stay well, on the ship as the captain. Like, you look at his time at Barcelona, I think this is the most similar comparison you can have with his current Man City team. At the end of, like, when he left 2012, I think he left Barcelona, you had Mourinho's Real Madrid that had taken over. Mourinho finally worked out how to beat Pep. He dethroned him. They won the league in 2012, first Spanish team to get 100 points. He completely changed the game, and Pep left the league. He didn't stay there. He didn't try rebuild and, I don't know, win the league after that Real Madrid team won. He left, and then I think Villanova came in that period.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. At Bayern Munich, he was winning, bro. He was farming the leagues. It wasn't really tough. He came into the Premier League. Obviously, there were some, like, Leicester won the league.
He was farming here as well, bro.
Yeah, he was, but most
of the time.
But most of the time, that's the thing. So I don't think he's ever had to go through two tough times in his career in terms of changing a team, bringing in new personnel, rebranding his football. That's what I think right now is a massive challenge for him. And whether he can overcome that, like Ferguson has done, like Mourinho has done in various different leagues, that's the big question. And I think, personally, his time, I think, for City is up, and I think it's gone stale now, and I think he'll leave next year.
Can I ask you the question where, so obviously, the things we float around today, where it's like he doesn't change the system, right? It feels like he tries a lot of different systems. Like, there's times where he had Guardiola and Nunes flying, bombing down the flanks. There's times when he's doing the inverted stuff. There's times when he's playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back. He's playing like a 3-3-1 or whatever it is. Like, he's trying so many different things, but nothing's working. It's like, I think he's kind of overstayed his welcome here, if that makes sense.
I think so. Yeah,
I
think so.
He's been here too long. Like, you've done everything. He's won 6 in 8.
Yeah.
Like, you've won too much here. Like, I think now it's at a point where it's like, there's no point in you tarnishing your legacy now, because now he could have left, right, and the conversation could have gone on. Where is it him or is it Fergie? Is it Pep or is it Fergie? The longer he stays, the more it solidifies Fergie. It's like, get out while you still can. It's kind of like similar to Wenger. Yeah, like, you stayed after the first FA Cup, you should have packed up your bags and cut. But you stayed another 4 years. Yeah. Pep, after this year, brother, leave it, bro. That's what I genuinely think. Because I don't think he can rebuild his team. Like, it needs new energy. It needs a whole new system. It just needs a refresh.
You either die a hero
or live long enough to see you as hero.
What? Man
City found the question now.
All right, boys. I think let's move on to the last one.
All right, go on.
I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to throw some stats at you.
You throw it at the wall.
And I'm just going to see how people react.
Cool. I'm going to go sleep for a second, yeah?
Manchester United in the Premier League this season. First in shots. First in touches in opposition's box. First in accurate crosses. Second in shots on target. Second in expected goals. Second in accurate long balls. Fifth in possession percentage. Ninth in the table.
Can I say something? You know why I know this stat? It's because I saw a Chelsea fan put up the same stat. You know, a lot of the seconds, it's them in first. Like, a lot of things you're second for is Chelsea in first.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fairs. But, bro, okay. Boys, let's be real and let's have a conversation that is healthy and good.
Bro.
Is Amrim underrated?
Nope.
Just no.
No.
Segment done.
I think he's too overrated by the United fans that want him in.
Guy's mad protected.
Is he coaching a title run?
Never.
No.
He's coaching a top 12 finish.
In Portugal, isn't it? He was.
Yeah, he's coaching a top 12, top 13.
Okay, one last question, please. Is it Amrim or are the players letting him down?
It's Amrim.
There's new players, bro. You can't just say, oh, this toxic culture, this toxic thing. Bro, you've literally signed a new team. Like, how many of these players were here, of your starting 11 were here 2022?
Expected goals or remedy, bro.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, that means goals we should be scoring.
Do you know what?
They're missing.
How many came from How many came from Burnley?
No, a lot.
Yeah, bro,
even against you guys, bro.
No, but you know what's funny? Remember when Arteta did a similar thing? Like, if you add up the total points for the last 3 years, we're the best team in England.
No, but Amrim wasn't saying.
That's not factual.
No. When he said it wasn't factual, but I think a couple months before that actually was factual.
Okay,
but he said it too late.
He said it too late, bro.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, I don't like this stats thing is hilarious because it would make sense if it was a good coach. If Maresca's coming out saying this, but you know, Maresca, you changed Chelsea, This guy is ruining you, brother.
Okay, but
who's a better striker? Who's a better striker? Alan Shearer or Thierry Henry?
Alan Shearer or Thierry Henry? That's a good question. Depends what you want.
Who's a better striker? Who's a better player?
Henry.
Who's a better striker?
Henry.
Let's wrap it up here, man.
No, okay. Can I say something?
I was only saying that because, bro,
You scored more goals.
Yeah, but apply your eyes, bro. Like, you got glasses today, bro.
Okay.
Bro, come on.
No, good point. Okay, let me be honest. You told me apply my eyes.
Yeah.
Arsenal first game. It's tough. Yeah, we did well.
You lost.
You know, so did you at Anfield.
Win, please.
We're only 2 points off you guys, so relax a little bit.
Win, please.
Like you were 4 points off top 4 when you came in.
Craven Cottage is not an easy place to go. Let's relax a little bit. And then Burnley. Okay, the worst one, Grimsby, I hear it, but that's not Premier League, yeah? Boys, let's be honest. Are we overreacting?
Editor, let's put the clip in right now of the post-Grimsby podcast that we did.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah, you're there.
I'm the editor. I'm not going to do that.
Bro, we've got a dictator here, man.
I'm not going to do that. Let's be honest. Okay, can you at least have the conversation with me? Is it a bit too early sometimes to overreact, maybe?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll be right. You can't sell me on this one.
Shaib, a little bit.
No, I genuinely...
I just don't like Amram.
Mine's not even that. I just genuinely think, brother, like, wallahi, if I'm being, like, no bias or nothing, bro, I don't know what you're holding on to. Genuinely, bro. There's nothing good about this. Apart from the way he speaks, and maybe you might find him attractive. I don't know if that's what you like. But he's not a good manager. His tactics are horrible. He's stubborn. Brother, just go back to Portugal. Yeah, like, where you're comfortable, just stay there. I don't think he can manage in a top 5 league. I don't think he can.
Okay, I just wanted to throw it out there. In my opinion...
One manager can save you.
Don't say Allegri.
Antonio Conte.
Oh.
No, Conte would do well. But I don't... Yeah, even him, I think he would struggle at Man United.
What about Tudor?
No, he'd struggle.
My whole thing, my last thing on this thing, right, is people keep talking about toxic culture, toxic this, toxic that. Fedor said it perfectly. I don't care about toxic culture if we're winning games. Yeah? They've picked the wrong manager every single time since Moyes. Let's say you got Jurgen Klopp in... No, sorry, not since Moyes. Since Fergie.
Because Moyes was good.
Yeah. So, let's say you got Jurgen Klopp when he left Dortmund.
Yeah.
That's a perfect manager.
Yeah, Grandma had what she would do in a bike.
Yeah, but that's my point. So you guys talk about toxic this, toxic that. Just get a good manager who can platform your players right, and you'll win.
Have you seen the teams that Amram has beaten and where they are?
Where, in Portugal?
No, at United. They're either relegated or they're battling relegation, more or less. Most of them, 50% of them.
Okay, but Burnley beat Sunderland.
So what does that mean?
No, I'm trolling a little bit. But at the same time, I do think that a portion of the fan base, I hear it. I think everyone went mad after the Fulham game, and I was like, guys, I hear it, but the second game, just relax a little bit.
What about after the we literally refilmed the day after Grimsby.
No, Grimsby. I said Fulham.
No, I know. Grimsby was 3 days later.
Yeah, and that I understand. People went crazy because you haven't won. Now we've won, and I'm looking at it a little bit.
You know, there's a meme that, Paul Merson.
Yeah.
When he's talking about Roberto Martinez.
No.
You not seen it?
No.
He was like Roberto Martinez, like when he was at Everton, right? He was like, we've just seen them lose 3-0. Like, and I was like, oh, cool, that's bad. Roberto Martinez speaks. It's like he presses a button and you're like Men in Black, and then it makes you think, oh, it's not that bad. They're not that bad. That's exactly what Amorim does to you, bro.
I might be getting swindled. I might.
Not might, you are, bro.
He's good at talking.
He will win you over, bro.
Yeah, he reminds me of myself a little bit. Alright, but boys, I just wanted to throw it out there. Regardless,
keep it there.
I think it was a healthy discussion, healthy debate, and maybe the comments can let us know what else they took away from the first 3 games of the Premier League season. Because again, we're not talking about international football here.
No.
Luca and Shaib,
thank you guys.
Grazie mille. Shukran jazeelan.
Namaste.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste.
Boys and girls, whoever's watching, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Bruvvahood.
I got one. If you watch this far, you name the player that Liverpool shouldn't have signed this summer. Shouldn't have signed this summer. Okay. Out of all the players that they should. Okay. All the players that they did.
And let us know what format you want to see next.
Yes, that's it.
Peace.